In the frozen depths of the Himalayas, a group of silent masters guarded a secret that could change your life: the hidden power of breath. For centuries, in the freezing peaks where survival seemed impossible, Tibetan monks practiced a forbidden technique: Tummo breathing. With nothing but the control of their breath, they could generate inner heat, melting the snow around them, defying the cold, and unlocking a force buried deep within the human body. But this was more than survival. This was transformation. Through breath alone, they accessed heightened states of awareness, stretched the limits of their endurance, and tapped into a power that science is only beginning to understand. A knowledge lost to time, yet accessible to those who seek to awaken. And here's the real question. If breath can unlock such extraordinary abilities, what else is it capable of? Because right now you're breathing, but are you really using its full potential? Or are you, like most people, trapped in a cycle of shallow, unconscious breath that keeps you disconnected from your true power? Take a deep breath, because what you're about to learn might just change everything. Have you ever thought about how something as simple as breathing could completely change your life? We do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, yet most people have never been taught how to breathe correctly. But guess what? The way you breathe affects everything. Your energy, focus, emotions, and even your ability to access higher states of consciousness. Breath isn't just about survival. It's the bridge between the physical and the mystical. Ancient civilizations knew this. Yogis, monks, and even secretive mystery schools practiced specific breathing techniques to unlock hidden abilities. What's more, science is finally catching up, proving that how you breathe directly influences your brain, nervous system, and even your lifespan. Ever wondered why deep breathing feels so good? It's because your lungs are more than just air filters. They pump electromagnetic energy through your body, stimulating brain function, boosting immunity, and even slowing aging. If you're breathing shallowly, like most people, you're literally robbing yourself of energy and clarity. And here's something mind-blowing. Your breathing patterns shape your emotional state. Ever noticed how you breathe when you're stressed? It's short and erratic, but when you're calm, long and steady. Now flip that around. By consciously changing your breath, you can instantly change how you feel. This isn't just philosophy, it's neuroscience in action. If you control your breath, you control your mind. If you control your mind, you control your reality. The breath is like a remote control for your state of being. Just imagine, with a few simple adjustments, you can go from anxious to calm, tired to energized, and even from ordinary to transcendent. This is why ancient practices like Pranayama, Tummo, and Qigong breathing were developed. They knew that the breath could be used not just for relaxation, but for deep spiritual awakening. Today, studies confirm that deep, rhythmic breathing can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, flood your body with oxygen, and even stimulate DMT production in your brain. Speaking of breath control, have you ever experienced a natural, without any substances? That euphoric feeling after intense breath work isn't just oxygen, it's a shift in your entire energetic state. Some believe this is how ancient mystics accessed higher realms of consciousness, through breath alone. By the way, if you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to subscribe. There's a whole world of hidden knowledge we're diving into, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Let's go even deeper, but here's the catch. Most people have been conditioned to breathe incorrectly. Decades of stress, bad posture, and sedentary lifestyles have weakened our breathing patterns. The good news? You can reprogram your breath and reclaim its full potential. And it starts with just a few key adjustments. So, what happens when we fully harness the power of breath? That's where things get really interesting. Because beyond health benefits, beyond stress relief, there's something even bigger at play, something that has been kept hidden for centuries. And in the next section, we're going to reveal exactly what that is. Have you ever noticed how your breath changes when you're scared, anxious, or excited? Fast, shallow, irregular. Now think about when you're truly relaxed, deep, steady, and slow. But here's something wild. It's not just emotions controlling breath. Your breath can control your emotions too. Most people live trapped in a stress loop without even realizing it. Shallow breathing. Stress, stress, shallow breathing. It's a vicious cycle. But what if you could break free? What if you could flip the switch on your emotional state just by tweaking your breath? Spoiler alert, you can. Let's talk about the nervous system. Your body has two main modes: fight or flight, sympathetic, and rest and digest, parasympathetic. Shallow, erratic breathing keeps you stuck in fight or flight, flooding your body with stress hormones. But deep, controlled breaths, they tell your brain, relax, you're safe. This is why ancient yogis, monks, and even elite military forces train breath control before anything else. Want to be fearless? Want to stay calm under pressure? Master your breath. Because when you do, you gain the power to control your emotions instead of being controlled by them. Your breath is the gateway to your inner world. Master it, and you master yourself. Think about it. How different would your life be if instead of reacting to stress, you could neutralize it in real time? Imagine walking into any situation with unshakable control over your mind and body. Let's do a quick experiment. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. Now exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel that? That's your body shifting gears from stress to calm. Just a few conscious breaths like this can reset your entire state faster than any external solution. By the way, if this is blowing your mind, wait until we talk about the breathing technique that can shift your reality instantly. Make sure you hit subscribe, because what's coming next is something you've never seen before. Now, let's take this deeper. How can breath actually dissolve anxiety and boost focus? The secret lies in rhythm. Slow, rhythmic breathing regulates brain waves, stabilizes heart rate, and shifts your body into an optimal state. This is why meditation, hypnosis, and even ancient chants revolve around breath control. But here's the problem. Most people only use 30–50% of their full lung capacity. That means they're running on low energy, poor focus, and emotional instability without even realizing it. The fix? Simple adjustments that rewire your nervous system for calm, clarity, and control. And this leads us to something even more powerful. What if your breath could do more than just calm your emotions? What if it could actually alter your state of consciousness and unlock experiences beyond the ordinary? Stick around, because what comes next will change how you see reality itself. Let's take things to the next level. You already know that breath can control emotions, but what if it could also alter your perception of reality? Sounds crazy, right? But ancient mystics and modern neuroscientists agree on one thing. The E, where you breathe, can literally shift your consciousness. Ever heard of breath-induced altered states? From shamans to yogis, people have been using breathwork for centuries to access higher dimensions of awareness. And here's the kicker. Scientists are now discovering that deep breathing can activate the same neural pathways as psychedelics. No substances, just oxygen. When you breathe in a controlled, rhythmic way, something incredible happens. Your brain waves slow down, your body floods with oxygen, and your perception expands. Some even report visions, deep clarity, and a sense of unity with the universe. It's as if you're hacking reality itself with breath. Your breath is the key to unlocking doors you didn't even know existed. Think about it. Why do monks spend years perfecting breath control? Why did ancient civilizations see breath as sacred? Because they knew breath is the bridge between the seen and the unseen. Ever heard of Wim Hof, holotropic breathing, or pranayama? These techniques use deep rhythmic breathing to trigger altered states, somewhere between meditation and a near psychedelic experience. But guess what? You don't need a guru or years of training. You can tap into this power right now. Now, try this. Take a deep breath in. Hold. Now exhale fully. Do this 10 times in a row and you'll start feeling something shift. Tingling, warmth, maybe even a sense of lightness. That's your body responding, your energy field awakening. Speaking of breathing techniques, we've barely scratched the surface. If you want to go deeper, check out this video I've linked in the corner. It'll blow your mind. The question is, why aren't more people talking about this? Why isn't breathwork a mainstream tool for expansion? The truth is, most people are stuck in shallow breathing patterns that keep their minds foggy and disconnected. But the few who master breath, they unlock something extraordinary. The deeper you breathe, the deeper your awareness becomes. It's like turning up the brightness on reality. You see more, feel more, and understand more. But this isn't just about mental clarity. There's a hidden connection between breath and spiritual awakening, and that's exactly what we're diving into next. Because if breath is the bridge, then what's on the other side? Well, let's just say what you're about to discover has been kept secret for thousands of years. Stay with me. If breath can shift your reality, imagine what's coming next. Hit subscribe and let's go deeper. If breath is the bridge, then where does it lead? For thousands of years, spiritual traditions across the world have pointed to one answer: awakening. But awakening to what exactly? To a deeper reality, a state of being where you are no longer just a passive observer of life. You become truly aware. Ancient yogis believed breath was divine intelligence itself, a direct link to the universe. In the Bible, breath is equated with spirit. Taoist masters saw breath as the flow of qi, the life force that animates everything. What if they were all describing the same hidden truth? The breath isn't just air, it's energy. And when you control the flow of breath, you control the flow of life. Have you ever noticed how meditation begins with breath work? Or how deep breathing instantly brings a sense of peace? That's because it's not just calming you, it's aligning you with something bigger. Every breath you take is a conversation with the universe. The question is, are you listening? Right. Now, most people are completely disconnected from this wisdom. But those who learn to breathe consciously often describe a shift in perception, as if they're waking up from a dream. Science is finally catching up. Studies show that conscious breathing changes brain chemistry, influences heart coherence, and even alters gene expression. This isn't just a spiritual belief, it's a biological fact. What's more, some scientists suggest that breathwork can activate the pineal gland, the seat of higher awareness. Think about this. Why do monks and mystics spend years perfecting their breath? Because they know that mastering breath is mastering mind, body, and spirit. The deeper you breathe, the deeper your awareness grows. And with that awareness comes a sense of clarity most people will never experience. Ever felt completely in the flow, where time seems to slow down and everything just makes sense? That's a glimpse of the power of breath. And if you've ever wanted to experience this daily, it starts with a simple shift. Pay attention to how you breathe. By the way, if you're finding this fascinating, let me know in the comments. Have you ever had a spiritual experience just through breathing? I'd love to hear your thoughts. But here's where things get really interesting. If breath is the key to awakening, then why do so few people know how to use it? What if this knowledge was deliberately hidden? What if there's something even deeper going on inside your body? Something that's been kept secret for ages. Well, that's exactly what we're about to uncover, because your breath doesn't just open your mind, it activates something within you. And if you've never heard of the pineal gland, get ready. This changes everything. What if I told you there's a hidden organ in your brain that ancient civilizations believed was the key to higher consciousness? And what if I told you that your breath is the activation switch? Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But this is real, and it's called the pineal gland. The pineal gland has been called the third eye, the seat of the soul, the gateway to higher dimensions. It's tiny, about the size of a pea, but its influence is massive. It regulates sleep, hormones, mood, and possibly even spiritual perception. The crazy part: most people's pineal glands are calcified and inactive. So how do you activate it? Through breath. Deep, rhythmic breathing increases oxygenation, blood flow, and cerebrospinal fluid movement, all of which help stimulate and decalcify the pineal gland. Ancient yogis and Taoists knew this, and modern neuroscience is now proving it. Your breath is the key that unlocks the hidden door within you. But here's where things get even more mind-blowing. The pineal gland is one of the few organs in the body that produces DMT, the same compound linked to mystical visions and near-death experiences. And guess what? Certain breathing techniques can trigger its release. Ever heard of Wim Hof breathing, holotropic breathwork, or Kriya yoga? These methods use deep, intentional breathing to flood the brain with oxygen, shift consciousness, and activate dormant potential. Some practitioners even report out-of-body experiences, lucid dreaming, and moments of profound clarity. Want to try it? Take a deep breath in through your nose, hold for 5 seconds, then slowly exhale through your mouth. Repeat this for a minute. Feel the shift, you're waking up your energy field. Do this consistently, and you may start experiencing sensory enhancements, intuition boosts, and deep moments of insight. Speaking of breakthroughs, if you're enjoying this, don't forget to share this with someone who needs to hear this. This kind of knowledge isn't mainstream, but it should be. The question is, why isn't this being taught? Why do so few people know that they have a built-in spiritual antenna inside their brain? And more importantly, if breathing can activate this, what else is possible? Well, let's just say this. Your breath can do more than just expand your consciousness. It can awaken something much deeper inside of you, something ancient, powerful, and waiting to be unleashed. And that's exactly what we're about to explore next. Your breath can unlock hidden secrets with the video on the card. Understand how. There's a hidden force inside you, something ancient, powerful, and untapped. The yogis called it Kundalini, the serpent energy coiled at the base of your spine, waiting to be awakened. But here's the wild part. Your breath is the key to unlocking it. Kundalini isn't just a metaphor, it's real energy that, when activated, travels up your spine, awakening chakras, expanding consciousness, and transforming your entire being. But for most people, it stays dormant, blocked by stress, shallow breathing, and modern distractions. So how do you wake it up? Through specific breathing techniques. Practices like pranayama, breath of fire, and spinal breathing stimulate the nervous system, increase energy flow, and activate the Kundalini pathway. And once this energy moves, it's life-changing. Inside you lies a sleeping dragon, and breath is the fire that wakes it up. Those who've experienced Kundalini awakening describe a surge of energy up the spine, profound mental clarity, intense emotional release, and deep spiritual insights. It's like flipping a switch on reality. The science? Kundalini activation triggers a powerful neurological response. The spinal cord, vagus nerve, and brainstem all respond to deep rhythmic breathing, leading to heightened states of awareness and even changes in brainwave activity. This isn't just spiritual, it's biological. Want to feel a glimpse of this? Try this. Take a deep inhale, contract your lower abdomen, and exhale sharply. Repeat 10 times. Notice the shift? That's energy moving. Done consistently, this breathwork can awaken a level of awareness you never thought possible. By the way, if you're finding this fascinating, drop a comment below. Have you ever felt energy moving through your body during breathwork? Your experience might just inspire someone else on this path, but here's the big question. If Kundalini energy is this powerful, why isn't this common knowledge? Why do so many spiritual texts warn about awakening it too soon? And more importantly, what happens when this energy reaches the crown of your head? Because the truth is, this knowledge has been passed down in secret for centuries. And in the final section, we're going to uncover the lost breathwork techniques that ancient civilizations used to access their highest states of being. This is where it all comes together. Let's go deeper. By the way, if you've ever felt energy moving through your body during breathwork, drop a comment below. Your experience might just inspire someone else on this path. For thousands of years, ancient civilizations understood something we've lost today. That breath is the key to unlocking human potential. From the Egyptians to the Taoists, from the Mayans to the Vedic yogis, breath was not just about survival. It was a tool for transformation, longevity, and enlightenment. Think about it. Why did every ancient culture have a sacred practice of breath control? The Pranayama of India, the Qi breathing of China, the rhythmic chants of indigenous shamans, they all understood that breathing was the gateway to higher consciousness. One of the most fascinating examples? The Tibetan monks and their Tummo breathing. These monks could generate body heat in freezing temperatures, melt ice with their breath alone, and reach states of deep meditation far beyond normal human capacity. How? By mastering the breath. Breath is the most powerful tool we've been given, but we forgot how to use it. But here's the real mystery. Why did we lose this knowledge? As civilizations advanced, this sacred wisdom faded into obscurity, replaced by modern medicine, stress-filled lifestyles, and shallow, unconscious breathing. And yet, those who still practice these breath techniques, yogis, monks, mystics, display abilities that defy explanation. Studies show that advanced breath practitioners can alter brainwaves, regulate their immune systems, and even enter altered states at will. Ever wonder why spiritual initiates, secret societies, and esoteric traditions all included breathwork? Because they knew it wasn't just a health practice, it was a doorway to something greater. A tool that, if mastered, could unlock hidden abilities, longevity, and enlightenment. And this brings us to the final question. If breath is the key to so much power, why aren't we taught this from birth? What else have we forgotten? And more. Importantly, what happens when we finally reclaim this lost knowledge? By the way, if you've been feeling the power of breathwork in your own life, now is the perfect time to share this video with someone who needs to hear it. This knowledge is meant to be remembered, not lost again. And now it's time to bring it all together. You've learned the science, the mysticism, the techniques, and the hidden history of breath. But the real question is, how will you use it? Because in the final moments of this journey, I'm going to leave you with one last realization. A truth about breath that might just change the way you see reality forever. Let's wrap this up. If you've been feeling the power of breathwork in your own life, now is the perfect time to share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Take a deep breath. Right now, feel that's life itself flowing through you. Everything we've explored, the power of breath, the control over emotions, the altered states, the hidden wisdom, it all comes back to this simple yet profound truth. Your breath is your greatest untapped power. For too long, we've been conditioned to believe that transformation is external, that we need something outside of us to change our state, our mind, our reality. But the truth, you've had the key all along, and now you know how to use it. Breath is the most accessible yet most overlooked tool for awakening. But knowing this isn't enough. What will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it fade, or will you integrate it into your life? Because once you start breathing consciously, you'll never be the same again. If this journey has opened your eyes, make sure you subscribe, because this is just the beginning. There's so much more to uncover, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now discover how to protect your energy. Watch the next video.